Hi guys, welcome to Vibes with Anchi. Today I have a guest with me.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm Peachy. I'm awesome. Thank you. What about you?
Okay, I like your eyes.
Thank you.
But I met the female version. I wanted to meet the male version because
Okay, so
we want the male version of you every time.
Okay, so we do this another time and then you will come.
It's so good to see you.
Same here.
Okay, so how have you been doing? How have you been?
I've been awesome. I've been working. I've got some movies coming up. And I took off my braces. So that's basically that. I don't know. I've not been creating content as much because I'm busy with the movies coming up, like 2 movies with 2 different companies. So that's it. Expect.
Wow. Okay, you started off as a content creator, but now you're into movies as an actress. So how did you start?
Well, I've always loved acting, and it's been a long time coming. I tried going into Hollywood at the time. I had many obstacles. So eventually, I think it's life. You know how life brings you where you're meant to be.
Yeah.
So I just found myself one day at a time. I just recorded a video, I posted, and people liked it. I was like, oh, okay, people like it. And from then, henceforth, it was one foot in front of the other, basically.
Okay. So how did you come up with this concept of your male and female version? How did you start this whole thing?
I've always had in the course of my content creation, I have to cross-dress, I have to cosplay, and I think I just developed it over time. And I think within me personally, it's like a form of escapism because I get to be that person. And so, yeah, that's how.
Okay, so you get to be that person. So that person, if that person was here now, what do you think the person would do?
You don't
You
want
will
to
not
know.
go.
You don't want to know.
You will be flirting.
Perhaps.
Okay, that's actually great. So how have your struggle been in the industry? Because I know, trying to become an actress, if I'm trying to just move into the entertainment industry is always very, very hard. So how have you been able to
maneuver it?
Yeah.
I won't lie, it was really hard when I started. It was hard. I think that was even what kickstarted my content creation because I got frustrated. I was also very young at the time. I think I was 15 when I started. So eventually I had to start doing content creation I like to thank God for where I am today because who I am, where I've come so far, kind of helps me delve into Nollywood. It wasn't like when I tried when I was 15, when I was basically no one. Now I have, at least I have a head start. So yeah.
So when you started creating content on TikTok, how did you grow your account? How did you get viral?
Okay, so I don't like to use the template of my life for people because there's this thing I say, I think there is someone out there that just helps me arrange my life. So TikTok, I've been on TikTok since it was Musically. I have been on TikTok since then, but I think I was lazy. I didn't completely understand how TikTok worked, so I wasn't creating on TikTok. I was just on other platforms. And then I think there was this time, 2021, towards September. Then I think I still had whether 900 followers and I had a verification mark. So there was this competition and I needed money to get my workstation. So I had to enter, and the place you have to post is on TikTok. That was the very first time I created content, and I'm creating content. I'm like, okay, I'm posting this on TikTok. So I posted that video. It went viral. It did 500k views. I was like, what? Okay, that's all that they do for you. I'm like, okay. So after that, I won the money, and I was like, I think that was like an epiphany for me. That was the point I started creating in vertical mode. I used to create in landscape, but after that time, I was like, okay, how do I create to be able to put it on all platforms? Because now TikTok has become important for me. Before it was just I've created, let me just put it. But now, like, I think now is my major platform.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I think horizontal shooting, vertical shooting works better because I can then put it on other platforms. So that was how.
That's nice. I'm really, really like motivated by your story. So now that you've been nominated, you're among the nominees for the TikTok TikTok Influencer of the Year. How do you feel? How does that make you feel?
I feel excited. I feel really excited because number one, I've not been on TikTok for long enough. I just started TikToking a year or two ago. Like, I just officially got on TikTok. I started paying attention to TikTok. And sometimes I feel bad because I begin to understand things I passed on when... See, again, my life, whoever is out there is just helping me organize my life, because it's just like content creation. I had a friend that kept on telling me, start content creation. For 2-3 years, I didn't start. Then I started, it took off. It was the same thing with TikTok again. People were telling me, come on TikTok, use TikTok. But I was lazy, I didn't know how. But eventually, when I started, it was post-corona, post-lockdown. And when I think in retrospect, I'm like, imagine if I had started before then. That was peak TikTok. I always imagine how far I would have gone. But still, this is beautiful for me. It's a very amazing growth for me. So being recognized on a short period of time, it's amazing. I love it. Thank you.
Alright. Okay, so aside your work, what else do we know about Miss Ezeani? What kind of person are you? What do you like to do for fun?
So I'm an indoor kind of person. I hardly go out. So when you are asking what I do for fun, I play games. I like to think that I love to party, but then I hardly go out to party. But I love to party, and when I'm out partying, I'm like the life of the party. And what else? Talk about gaming. I used to draw and write and dance, but my life has become so busy that I don't have the luxury for all of those. So basically now I just create content, I put out there, I work, I sleep because I can't come and die, and I eat food. Yeah, so that's that.
Okay, so let's talk about your childhood. So growing up, how was growing up for you? Like, what did you want to be as a child?
I think we all know that feeling.
Oh God.
Don't judge it. Umut. I'm a person, you're a person, we're all persons. So, growing up, I wanted to be a medical doctor.
Oh God.
I think it stemmed from the fact that I was still kind of multi-talented. I can do a lot of things. I could do a lot of things. So at the time, I had interest in medicine. I wanted to be a medical doctor. I had kits. Like whenever I go to the hospital, I will collect. The only thing that I don't collect from doctors is that what do they call it? That they used to check the BP. So I had this stethoscope. I had gloves, syringe, drip. I had everything, and I'll be doing my makeshift hospital at home. And then I now entered secondary school like every other normal child would. And I think, yeah, SS1. My first day in SS1 physics class, I was like, we're not gonna do that. That's not what we're gonna do. Yo, I was looking at the board, I was like, what is this Arabics? So, I mean, I was good with chemistry, I was good with my biology, I had an A, but physics, and I don't like reading.
So that's your worst. So.
Yes, and I do not like reading. I mean, it's a bad thing. So I know that I will not, and I did not know maths. So I was like, so I'm already battling with maths, and now here is physics. So I was like, nah. So I changed my mind to law. From SS1, SS2, I got into art class. I was very good, very brilliant, and again, I didn't like to read. So I think I was just moving on vibes in secondary school because I was kind of brilliant, I was smart, so I found my way around these things. A, B's. In our rich jam now, jam. Jam now, jam. I think my YF was beautiful. I think it was A's, like 5 A's, A's, B's, except economics. That was economics and maths. So I now got into jam now, jammy. My parents were like, no, I'm not going to stay at home for another year. That I should go into school and do English language. And I went. Actually, as at this time, I had told myself that I do not want to do law. I want to do theatre arts, or at least fine arts. But my daddy said, no, he said, hey, you cannot be an actress under my roof. You have to do law. Okay, so since law did not work, he said, let me do English language, yeah? And I started with the English language. After first year, I was like, nah, I cannot leave this 1 year I've done and go and rewrite Jambi again and go and start again. That would be like 6 years.
Yes.
Because 5 plus 1, that would be 6. I was like, no, I have 3 more years to go, and none of these things are even what I want to do. So just need to like get out of here, have that certificate, and tell them, see, I'm done. So I can focus and do what I want to do. So I pulled through. I finished the English language. I don't even know where the certificate is. So the moment I graduated, I think I started my content creation in school, but at 300 level. So the moment I graduated, I focused on what I wanted to do.
Which university did you go before?
Anambra, Unizik.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, if you're your male version, what did you think that you would have done differently?
Everything. My male part is rebellious, and if I was him, I definitely would be doing what I wanted to do. Like, I would be a graduate of theatre arts. But yeah, I think I was more docile, timid. No, not timid. I was never timid, but docile. And I didn't want problems, so I just had to go with them, what they wanted.
Okay. Alright, so let's talk about Baby Niger. You watch Baby Niger?
I watch. I did try.
What do you think about this season?
This you want to put me in the spotlight?
Yes, I want to put in this.
These are kind of conversations that you don't give your opinion because let's people come and start dragging you. But I'm gonna say it. Please, is my opinion.
Your opinion.
It's my opinion.
Your opinion.
It's my opinion. So, first of all, when they went inside the house, I was like, if I had been on the show and I won, I wouldn't come back. I wouldn't come back because, you know, just the way they talk, say, don't know they strike one place twice. And I do not like pushing my luck. I like to quit while I'm ahead. So, you know, when you come back, and it's actually a very big gamble. Both sides of the coins have like really heavy will I say consequences. So if you win, it's a mad bragging right. Like, nobody should, don't allow anybody to breathe It's beautiful, but if you now go and you don't win, it's like it kind of looks like, oh, okay, the first time you won it was you were lucky or something. It waters down your first win. It definitely cancels out your first win. So yeah, but everybody has their own minds. So personally, I wouldn't do that. Again, if I had been on the show and after the show I have built a brand, a very strong brand, I wouldn't go back. Because I like to think I like to put myself in people's shoes. And I know that the house is not what we think it is. It's like, I think about it. Imagine getting locked up with a bunch of strangers or people that they two roll like that with for months. You don't have any channel, any outlet. In real life, if somebody pisses you off, you can move away, you can walk out, you can block them, you can leave physically where they are. You will stop seeing them. If you like somebody, they do not like you back, you can block them, you get all these things. But inside that house, whatever you're feeling, it is cooking inside there with you. There is no escape. So any problem you have in this life, any easing and easiers, whatever problem you have, it is going to surface. If you are a narcissist and you are trying to manage yourself, it will come out on TV. If you are a mumu, you used to simp, die, and in real life, you can manage yourself. Maybe your friends will even help you and tell you, guy, don't do this kind of thing now. You're here alone. You cannot consult your friends. You cannot call, hello, mommy, nobody. It will show. So if I have built a strong brand outside the house, and I feel going back there, you will unlock things that you don't know that are still inside you, and then you go back, you will now come outside and start doing damage control. But at the end of the day, again, oh man, every alive with him kettle.
It was nice having you here, Ezeani. I really enjoyed this conversation with you, and I thank you so much for accepting to be my guest for today. And I wish you well for your positiveness hours. You guys are coming for.
Yeah, we're coming. I got the invite to be like me.
You got it? Okay, yeah. Okay, so you guys will storm the yard with your
in style.
You said bold and elegant, so no go dull, because they will drag you on TikTok if you don't. I'm going to post it. I'll post best dress and worst dress. So you guys should come prepared, come correct.
Sure.
Alright, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.